Welcome to the stream.
Age of Mythology stream.
Yes, this is my favorite.
Every single fucking time I hit this
Why don't you just not knock it over?
It's
Why
hard to not knock it over.
Why don't you just stop knocking it over?
It's hard to not knock it over. We're checking our orientation.
Yeah, just making sure it's nice and high and left.
Oh, sick.
So anyway, I fucked around with the files, like modding it, and I got a really funny message, so I thought I would let stream see this. DLC manifest mismatch detected. Please notify Chris so he can update the manifest. Who is Chris? I don't know. But I am really amused by this.
Yeah. Oh, did you tell Discord we were streaming? I can go do that.
Yeah. Man, when you're streaming, it minimizes everyone's name to like a couple characters. Nice. Let's pop out Rumble chat. And then we can just like have YouTube chat open.
Yeah, we can just start chilling and playing Age of Mythology.
Okay. Oh, the game volume is a question, right? I lowered it a lot, but once I'm in a match.
It's usually blasting loud.
Oh, I gotta make the. Oh, not that. This. Yeah. Make this fit. Okay. Let's see. Sorry. There we go. So, here we are. What god would you like to see me play? I just kind of want to mess around with some like random matches. I don't really feel like doing the campaign, although we'll play it. I'll do a couple campaign missions. But first, random map. Random map, or like skirmish, or whatever it gets called. I don't know why every other RTS it says skirmish, and for some reason Age of Mythology it says random map.
Huh.
I remember when I first opened it, I was super upset because I was like, "Oh, Brian, you can't do skirmish anymore." And then Brian just clicked on everything until he found random map was the thing.
That is really weird.
Yeah. So, any preference on a pantheon, a god?
Odin.
All right. So I have a couple mods on that make the game better. One of which tells you what the gods do.
That does help.
Because like it tells you what everything does in the tooltips. Most of the game, it just will tell you something vague, like, makes them stronger. And it's like, what do you mean stronger? Like, they have more health, they do more damage? What does that mean? Yeah. So this just tells you what they do. And it looks like the remake, which I will be pirating, it has like, tooltips that actually make sense. Like, it just tells you what the buffs are. They're like 10%, 11%, 12%. It's like, you don't have to guess. So
That's preferable.
So yeah, let's do Odin. What would be a good map? Oh, I got a Greek. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Playing it with the Norse, but yeah, we'll just do the good old classic Jotunheim. Sure, I'll do supremacy. I'll adjust like the volume, I guess.
It's absolutely blasting.
No, it's gonna be really quiet. But people need to hear Prostagma.
I must tell you, this game does not make very good background noise.
Prostagma?
Hey, David Myers.
Hey!
Says quiet as per usual.
Like our voices are quiet, or? Because I guess... Yeah, it looks... loudish. I don't know.
No voices are louder than normal.
Okay, cool.
Hver þar? Já, veiðimaður. Já.
Oh.
Tilbúin.
Use that little
Something?
Odin god
Something?
power I got. I wonder what these relics do. Oh, that's pretty good. So, the Norse have a couple things that are unique about them. One is that their dump sites for resources are mobile. They're ox carts that can
Hver
travel,
þar? Satt.
which is super good for like hunting, particularly, but also gathering like wood.
So, David Myers, how are you doing tonight? On this fantastic Monday.
Já. Já.
Okay, I think they have for relics. Infantry hack vulnerability. That sounds actually really good. Can I like? Yeah, let's do that.
Skipan.
Skipan.
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
Skipan. This game is very chill.
Yeah, it is.
Alright.
Hver þar?
Oh, you bastard.
Tilbúin.
Don't do, why did you do that?
Tilbúin satt.
This
Skipan. Já.
this fucking guy.
Já. Veiðimaður.
You have to go shoot a
Já.
random
Samþykkt.
goddamn moose. It's a good thing I have the extra ox cart. I'm gonna use this for gathering wood, but for now. Yeah. So, someone made a mod which, like, you can. This is normal. You can turn the gate into, or turn a piece of the wall into a gate. Someone made a mod that I have on, which I've been abusing, like just on its own, just to see how good it could be. Which lets you turn these segments of the wall into towers instantly. Now, obviously, to build a wall section, it takes like barely any time at all. So you can build a massive amount of towers in a very, very brief amount of time. And trying to use that to my advantage is pretty entertaining.
David says, rained on and off. Most of my jobs today didn't have the parts yet. Easiest microwave fix yet. All in all, not overly bad, just long. Mondays are usually long. That's typically just how it goes.
Some kind of statistic where it's like people are in a better mood on, oh, I don't know which one I'm supposed to, well, I guess, I don't know, Valkyries. Abusing towers does sound fun, but it's a very not authentic to the Age of Mythology experience kind of thing.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Timbursveit. Tilbúin. Satt. Satt. Já.
So I'll do Valkyries, I guess. I don't know how... I typically... I'm more of a Loki kind of guy.
Hver það?
Oh, yeah, does Loki have something
Timbursveit.
super special?
Kinda. Just randomly when he's in combat, he'll summon myth units. Which, you know, those are expensive units, so... I think in, like, competitive it doesn't, like, come out to enough of an advantage to make Loki, like, really good, but... No, no.
Skipa satt. Tilbúin.
Let's make some more of these.
Ég vil. Tilbúð something. Satt. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Skipan.
I just assumed house was H, but I guess not.
Já. Tilbúin. Hver þar? Veiðimaður.
Or hunting.
Tilbúin.
You go
Timbursveit.
hunt
Samt
too.
veiðimaður.
We have a shocking amount of food for only having 3 people on wood, or on food. Let's just go balls to the wall. Just put it on auto create.
David says, calling it now. If Trisha is reading chat, it's only a matter of time before it degenerates. I have a running theory chat goes for shock value. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes chat behaves. I think there are a few people in mind who like to just talk about crazy stuff in chat. But usually, everyone behaves themselves. We have some fine folk.
What is this? You know what? I'm gonna get it. Just so that they don't have it. Okay.
It's plenty good enough reason to get something.
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Já.
But I could get up to some serious mischief with forest fire. Let's go do something fun.
Hey, Pyrus here. Says I live for chaos, but fun chaos, not edgy chaos.
It's been a while since I've seen Pyroseer in here. Welcome, welcome. So-
David says, thinking more of the times I used to arrive just as interesting words are being spoken. Well, sometimes a conversation just like spins out of control.
So, this power lets you set a forest on fire, as you might suspect of forest fire. I'm wondering, like, if I could find their woodcutters, you know? I could set... Like, if they have buildings pressed up against the trees is the best. But I don't even see where they're getting wood from.
Yeshua Garden says, I try to behave. I am chaotic neutral, though.
Oh, sophisticated.
Derek Dumas says, you ever play Banished or the Universe Sim?
Banished? That sounds so familiar, but no.
The Universe Sim. Is it?
You know what? I'm just gonna start burning their woods down. It's probably a good idea. Oh. Wait a second. Oh, no. That'll be good. Okay. That's probably a good investment. What are you
Skipan,
retards doing?
Yeah, nice
veiðimaður.
environments.
Ég
Oh
vil.
god.
Banished.
Yeah.
Samþykkt. Já, satt. Timbursveit.
Okay.
Tilbúin.
We've had population overload.
Derek says the universe sim is still in alpha.
Ah, perfect.
Satt.
We
Já.
beat him up. Now.
Skipja.
Should we abuse the mod? No, let's not do it. We'll resist
Trending
it.
in the United States. Chris. What did Chris do?
So I messed around with some of the game files to like see if I could change stuff, and it just gave me this message that was it was mismatch of files. Please notify Chris so he can update the manifest. I do not know who Chris is, but I am very curious now.
Skipan. Já, samþykkt.
So Odin's benefit is that his heroes and just human units, they regenerate while
Hver er það?
inactive. I don't think it applies to villagers though. Oh my god, I have so many fucking villagers.
Veiðimaður.
Let's
Tilbúin.
grab like a couple of you guys. Yeah.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan. Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Skip. Something. Já. Skipa.
Okay. I'm gonna build one of these.
Já.
Probably more than one of
Hver er
those,
það?
but
Something.
start with one of those.
Tilbúin.
Confused?
Something.
Get from the...
Tilbúin. Já.
Oh, they ran out.
Já.
Okay.
Veiðimaður.
That one then.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Try your best to rub those two brain cells together and we'll get through this.
Skipan. Skipan.
Suddenly conscious of how like awkwardly I'm moving around the camera.
Skip.
Something you don't think about until other people are watching.
Já.
I don't think
Hver er
it's
það?
that bad.
Ég vil.
But then again, I very often draw while zooming in and out like crazy.
Yeah.
So,
Skipan.
Yeshua Yardin says, I'm getting Far Cry
Yeah.
primal vibes from this ancient language.
I know Derek over here is a big Far Cry fan. I get way too bored playing the Far Cry games. The only one that was kind of fun was Blood Dragon, but I don't know, I just get so fucking bored.
Pyrus here says, Mimir versus Odin. This would definitely be more one-sided if this was myth accurate.
Well, no, I am
It's
both.
both.
The enemy is Alexandria, worshipping Ra.
Or against the
Fair enough.
Egyptians.
guys still not?
Skipan. Something.
Guess there's not really a lot of
Skipan. Tilbú. Já. Ég vil
grades to go
something.
for. Alright, all of you guys, calm down.
Já.
Anyone in the
Very fun.
chat ever see the anime Go Go Loser Ranger?
Well, I think they would take offense to the title.
Satt.
Yeah, or
Reject Ranger would be the.
is the other title it goes by.
Skipan.
Some localizer decided to make a
Hver
Power
það?
Rangers reference when they were localizing instead of doing their goddamn job.
Veiðimaður.
So,
Tilbúinn. Hver það?
Is it good? Well, we've only seen a couple episodes of it, but we're a little bit like disappointed that it seems to be taking a kind of anti-human stance. It's like kind of meant to be a subversive Power Rangers, but not like good subversive like Love After World Domination.
Ég vil
It seems to have just like flipped which sides are good and bad, I guess. I don't know for sure, because of course we haven't finished it, but you know, the main character just killed like one of the ranger guys, so it's probably a bad sign.
Tilbúinn. Something. Já, something. Something.
I'm sure these people would love to live in this place.
I was mostly asking because I wanted to know if anybody else had finished it and that they could tell us, like,
Ég
It's
vil
any
if it's
good,
worth like watching the rest of, or if it's just like some weirdo like humans are the bad guy, always let the aliens rule over you type thing.
Are they gonna have a Kratos goes to Egypt expansion for God of War, where they turn all the Egyptians black too? I swear to God, I looked up. I was trying to look up like what Google Images would say Angerboda looks like, and it's just a bunch of black women, because I guess that's what they did for the game. I don't know.
Já. Ég vil something.
I'm kind of surprised they're not in range, but I guess it's too far. I don't know.
Tilbú, já. Skip, já. Hver það?
If you haven't filmed the wizard mouse video yet, set the ball mouse to zoom on scroll and you can twist the ball left or right to zoom in and out. Don't worry, we haven't recorded it yet, but we are definitely going to. And I will definitely be doing that.
That sounds cool.
Ég vil
It does! It sounds so futuristic. Twist the ball to zoom in and out. Perfect.
Twist the orb, please.
Yes, of course. Twist the fushigi.
Yeah.
Anti-human? That's pretty cringe and weird. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of anti-human stories out there, just from like people who are a little bit pessimistic. You know, they feel like everybody's evil or something, or the world is more bad than it is good, and so they take it out in their story to like have the villains win and like destroy all of humanity or something. And it's really unfortunate to see, because I don't think that's a good takeaway from your personal depression.
No, it's not. And it's so common for people to be like, I hate people.
Tilbúinn, já.
I hate everyone. I just want the asteroid to come already.
Hver það?
So unfathomably gay. It's still faster to like hunt stuff, so I guess I'll go hunt more stuff. It's kind of a waste though. I should take some of these people
Yeah?
off of it for more consistent food income.
Hver það?
I don't know, 4 is a lot, but let's do it.
Satt. Ég vil. Satt. Satt.
Skipan.
Yeah.
Skipan, já.
So one of the things I did mod was
Hver það? Ég vil.
making the frost giants able to freeze from super far away, because the frost breath basically doesn't have a purpose.
Something. Til orrustu slag.
The most important thing. These things do tons of damage. Oh damn. Alright.
Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Já.
That's going down.
Hver það? Til orrustu slag.
Let's go beat up the crocodile.
Skipan. Hver það?
Tilbúin. Já.
This
Ah,
guy.
yes. Senkai Daishikaku. That's it.
Já.
Já.
Okay. Do I bother with the Titan? I don't know, is that exciting? Trying to generate more favor, but
Já. Something. Something. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil. Satt.
yeah, fighting generates favor, right? So
Something.
oh, we could just
Já.
sneak over here.
Something. Something.
Give me 30 minutes, I'm watching a summary.
Ég vil. Ég vil.
Yeah.
Skipan.
I mean,
Tilbúin,
granted, I
something,
could
yeah.
just look up the manga and read the last chapter to see how it ends.
Too cheeky, I think.
Hey, sketchy drawer.
Hver já. Ég vil.
Says, what you all doing?
Playing the Age of Mythology.
Yeah.
Hver það? Skipan. Rósveit.
Another anime we started watching, although we only watched the first episode of it, but I like it so far, called the Big O, classic Adult Swim style of
Yeah.
anime. And it's got such a vibe to it.
Aha. Forest fire. Did it work? Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's hurting them. Aha. We give him like a range of like 16 on his ice breath. Because usually it just doesn't do anything, the ice breath. But now at least it'll do something. Maybe?
Perhaps.
Til orrustu slag.
So these guys, by existing, generate a certain amount of favor. 0.6 per minute? Oh my god, that's trash. It's okay.
Skipan.
Let's...
Something.
Okay, Valkyries do your job.
Hver það tilbúin?
Make some wall segments to distract the AI. Yes. You like random, non-functional structures. Yes. You heal? God.
Delicious.
The healing units in this game are such dog shit. They're never doing their job. Never ever do they just do their job. It's so frustrating. Because it would be so fun to have like a backline of Valkyries healing everybody, but it just doesn't work.
Skipan.
Got the DEI healing squad.
Yeah. Sucks to suck. Should I go for a Titan? Maybe I should go for a Titan.
Tilbúin.
You guys got the
Ég veiði maður.
fucking... Stop being like Trump's Secret Service. Do your fucking job.
Sketchy Jar says, Big O, I remember that anime.
Yo,
Yeah, for
something.
sure a vibe that I didn't understand at the age of 16 or so, but it was nice. It's kind of like deco-punky,
Yeah.
but with neck.
Yo,
And, you know, same voice actor as like Spike and Cowboy Bebop, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I want to watch more of it before I have like
Skipan.
an exact opinion on it, but I did like what I saw.
I love the interior of his car.
Oh my god, his car is so cool.
And
It
I'm
really
not...
is just like a Batmobile.
Yeah, I'm not like a big like car guy, but that is a cool car. If I saw a recreation of that in real life, I would be pretty excited to like sit in it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't get excited at all over the Batmobile or anything.
That shit really is the future. They actually like
Excuse me.
bless you. Since it's also like an older anime, they actually draw the cars. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
They draw
Oh, that's
the
right.
cars
That's
and
why
the
it's-
mechs.
That must be why it's so striking. It's because it's
Yeah, they're actually like doing really stylized angles whenever they're riding in the car because they can. They're drawing it. They're not just using 3D models. Same thing
Yeah.
with the mech. I mean, it's all drawn, and it's really well done.
So by fighting, you generate more favor. You can see it going up faster. The Fenrir's Wolf is an interesting unit that it gets faster the more of them you have. I don't know exactly what the buff is. Doesn't want to tell me, I don't think. Oh, okay. Each one within the pack's range increases it by hack and... So their melee damage and their movement speed by 18%. Maximum of 7 stacks, really? So that's as good as it gets? Alright. I might as well take the 14th guy in there.
Yo.
Put you in there. If this doesn't work, we'll summon a Titan, but I think this is gonna work. Oh, I can't do that. Yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna sneak these speedy dogs around back and destroy their houses right here, and that is going to do what is called housing them. So they're not gonna have a population to support like reinforcements and stuff. Oh, or we're gonna kill these guys.
Either way. David Meyer says, I remember watching Better Man rather than Big O. I chose one. I may have chose wrong.
Oh. Stop him before he finishes. Shoot the guy, not the... Or the building. Either or. So they're all distracted by this god power that summons little wolves by all the town centers. freeze them to stop them from intervening. Let's try these towers too.
Better Man got that Yu-Gi-Oh-esque hair where it's just like crazy shit.
Burn. Burn the fire. Yeah. Aha.
To the ground.
Okay. So now we go back to the Valkyries, and they heal me up, and I only lost one guy, and they lost a bunch of houses. They don't pay for their houses, though, because the Egyptians have a lot of free buildings, and that includes... that does include their houses. Everything except for, I think, the market you pay for? Military buildings you pay for, but I think also the market. I could be wrong.
Sketchy Drawer says, wish I could get into anime and manga again, but not everything gets me anymore. I've been watching old stuff like Naruto and Gargoyles. Now, is Gargoyles anime, Adam?
I mean, no, but, you know. To be honest, I never really thought about Code Lyoko being an anime because the style was so different. I just tried to show Trisha Code Lyoko one time, and her only like statement on the matter was it's not anime, and so I just thought it'd be really funny to keep insisting for years that it's anime.
No, you introduced it as being French anime.
Oh, well. Yeah, exactly. It's anime.
Which I think is your way of like saying that it was just like a dubbed over cartoon, but
No, I mean they made it to be anime. Like they're trying to replicate anime. Like they're making it's like counterfeit anime was Trisha. My point is that it's like fake anime, and your review was like, oh well, it's not real anime. It's like yeah, I know.
Trying to be anime that much though.
I mean, they are. There's like all these Japanese characters and shit. Like, it's the weebiest like. Code Lyoko is 100% counterfeit anime.
I feel like Miraculous Ladybug tries way harder to be anime than Code Lyoko does.
What the fuck is Miraculous Ladybug?
That's another French anime, Adam. Probably a much more popular one, honestly. It tries to do like the magical girl anime thing.
Is that the one that we saw in like the dollar store? They had all the merch there, and I was like, what is this?
Very possible, yeah.
I remember it was very weird looking. Oh, these guys move fast. In a bigger group, they kind of get caught on stuff more, so they slow down a lot.
Sketchy Drawer says, even watching shows I missed as a kid, like Witch and The Amazing Spider-Man. The Latin American channel showing Code Lyoko at the moment.
It's like the same category as like Avatar, where like it's obviously not anime, but they obviously want it to be.
The argument that I heard for Avatar being anime was just that, oh well, it was animated by like Asians, therefore it's anime, which is obviously a bad argument, but that was what they said.
Well, if we can make Japan gay enough, there will be no difference between anime and cartoons. We've just got to turn more of their... We've just got to race swap more of their samurais. Or rather, pretend more black people are samurais. And that'll do it.
Man, so many people are upset about that.
Yeah, it was on, like, the Japanese news. They have a panel of experts talking about like how this is like.
Yeah, because they're nationalists. They really care about their culture.
Yeah, I mean, it's which is obviously a good thing. They obviously
I'm not
benefit.
saying that with a
Yeah,
bad
no,
tone
I know,
or
but like
anything.
they obviously benefit tremendously from it. But it's also something that we just don't like.
It's something that we don't even consider over here.
Yeah, we
because
d-
it's something we don't have.
Yeah. And I think everyone was like so shocked that Egypt was standing up for itself when they did. I think it's
Yeah, good for Egypt.
Ja.
yeah.
Honestly, all these fucking fake documentaries just trying to race swap everything. This is another thing that they said would never happen. It's like, oh, well, they're just fictional characters. We would never try to race swap real characters. And then they
Yeah.
fucking do it. Every single fucking lie, man. They're just pushing that goalpost every single day. Seeing what other bullshit they can get away with.
But how does this affect you personally?
Yeah, how does it work?
Ja.
Man, slippery slope is real. It's fucking real, man. You gotta draw your line and then you gotta stick to it no matter what.
Tilbúin.
Yeah.
Samþykk, veiðimaður.
That's such a. I'm glad that's become such a meme. The how does this affect you personally? Because that's one of those things where like I really don't know how to like.
Tilbúin? Já. Samþykkt.
I really don't
Samþykkt.
know how to like
Samþykkt.
explain it to people.
Satt. Já.
But it's just like,
Satt.
well, they're not doing it just because like. You know, like my brother would be like, "Oh, well, they're fictional characters and they're recreating them. That's why they're all black." And it's like that's not why, right? It's because they hate white people and want to remove them from things, right? Like I went to a school where they were like, "Oh, you should hate white people and you should remove them from things. Look at this. They're doing it right. You should do it just like this." And then I get out of school and then I'm like, "Oh, so what they want you to do is replace all white people and things." And then
Well, it's also how they try to
Yo.
change your perspective on the world into believing that it's always been this way. Or that, like, you know, like it's always
Yo.
been diverse type thing. And if they change all the
Yo,
media
yeah,
to be extremely diverse, even if it doesn't reflect the actual real world that we live in, they
Yeah.
can, like, convince people that that is the reality.
like the argument is like, well, X-Men has always been shitty and gay. So why are you complaining, bigot? It's like, because I want things to be less shitty and gay. But I guess I was wrong. I'll go kill myself.
Oh, David Meyer says, to answer the Reject Ranger question, I just skimmed through the final chapters and it looks like humans are still the bad guys. 150 chapters in. Yeah, that's not good. I don't like that. Like, if there was one human who was bad, and they just all ganged up on him, it's like, sure, whatever. But, like, all of humanity?
And like the girl was like,
Oh, yeah, the
it's
girl
like
who's
why are you a
not-
traitor? And it's like, oh well, you know when you watch those like when you read those romance things, it's like no, I don't read those. She's like, oh well, they always have these people that try to break up the couple, and they never win, and it's always the happy couple that wins. And I don't like it because they always win. It's like,
Hver það?
Yeah. It's literally like, what was that One Punch Man villain?
oh
Guy's
the
just like, I want to be the monster because I want the monster to win for once. Only he actually had a better motivation than this woman.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já. Satt.
It's definitely a bad mentality to get into, to like always root for the underdog even if they are the bad guy, you know? Like You
Oh,
should
yeah,
root for the
no.
good guy. You should
Yeah.
root for the morally correct side, not the underdog all the time.
100%. Yeah, it's like kind of like the don't judge a book by its cover thing. It's like
Yeah, your video, that's right.
it's like
That actually applies to this.
because people will judge a book by its cover and then be like, nah, should probably be just the opposite of what is real. Should just be what we. You fuckers have just not been healing this whole time. Absolute fucking garbage. I hate this. I hate how bad the healing units are. It's so annoying. It's not even like the heal rate or anything, it's just the fact that they just won't be healing. So you just can't rely on them unless you're micromanaging them, and it's like...
Ski something. Já. Ég vil.
Yeshua says, I like the South Korean comic in which all the purple shape-shifting, man-slaying aliens are the bad guys. Humanity for the win.
Oh, did you read Comes from Another World with a God or something? It returns from another world with God? Is that what it was called?
There might just be multiple of that genre.
No, I don't think so.
You're a little expert over here.
I think it's the one I'm thinking of. I think I'm dead on. Return from another world with God? With my refrigerator?
Question mark.
I don't think housing them really is doing anything.
Yeshua says, I don't know. I don't remember the name.
Okay, well, I'm right. If anyone's wondering, I'm always right.
Okay, Adam confirmed correct then.
I'm
By
always
default.
I'm always correct.
Always.
I think the issue is I'm not punching in hard enough with my regular forces. So housing them just doesn't leave much of an impact.
Já, til orustuslag.
I also think these guys do enough damage quick enough that the regular stuff that's effective should work. Like destroy the town center or whatever. Like conserving units is nice, but I don't think it's that necessary. You know what I think the other problem is? I'm not upgrading people that much. 'Cause I'm kind of used to Loki where it doesn't do that much.
Something til orustuslag.
I don't know. Let me just grab some upgrades. Food is not coming in fast enough. Why is
David
that?
Myers says, I found the Night King who returned with a god. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
God doesn't come up that much in manhwa.
Oh, really?
You can guarantee that's if one word is in common, you're probably on.
Tilbúin. Já. Ég vil.
You guys just decided to die. Okay.
Hver það? Satt. Tilbúið. Satt. Atrás.
Tilbúin.
There's a priest waiting here.
Til satt. Something. Skipa something. Til orustuslag.
Jeremiah's just like, no, it's webcomic style. How do you guys read these? Well, I don't read those. I opt out.
Yo.
Adam reads on his phone, which is
I mean,
how
not-
it's meant to be read, I
Not
guess.
really. I read on the computer too.
Yeah, but don't you usually read some to wake you up in the morning on your
Yeah, but then I read more on my computer on my second monitor.
Okay, he reads on both, but it is meant to be read on the phone.
Yeah, but I also read manga on both, so it's not like it's nothing like distinctive about it.
Manga actually in modern day is made to be more phone reading friendly because there is a lot of publishing that goes to the phone. Especially with like the Shonen Jump app and everything.
Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
So they tend to have less panels per page than what they would have in the old manga days. My Mercier says, okay, saw a summary of the Loser Ranger stuff. What I can say is the heroes are assholes, the alien leaders are definitely bad, the MC is more on the gray area. Sort of anime The Boys is what I get. Yeah, that's what I got from it too. Immediately I thought about The Boys. With like the whole anti-hero stuff. I don't like the whole, ooh, but there's the gray area type of,
Yeah.
It's like what, both, everybody's evil.
It strikes me
and
as
the only
very
good guy is a gray area guy.
yeah. It strikes me as very like entropic, you know, like where it feels like the same energy as if someone's like really against someone, they're secretly that thing. Like if someone's really against pedophilia, they're probably really a pedophile.
Yeah,
It's like,
just
okay,
like, okay, so nobody wins.
So no one have a strong stance against anything. No one have any kind of conviction. Just be a plumer who just like does whatever is like makes them happy that very second, without any foresight or time preference or anything. Just like don't plant a garden. Just go get fast food. Just feels very like very useless.
The whole, there's a gray area, but both sides are bad, is how you get shows like The Acolyte, honestly.
Skýrin orustuslag.
Oh, Oscar 420 is here too.
Hey.
I am here, sorry, I missed the Friday stream fan, just dropping by quick. Yeah, honestly, the Friday stream turned out to be a little bit of a clusterfuck, because for some reason, my connection upstairs kept on, like, dipping in and out, so I would just randomly be disconnecting from StreamYard. And I feel bad, because I was doing the stream with Vaughn, and the conspiracy theory was that I was messing up the stream on purpose. I wasn't. It was just genuinely very bad connection. I don't know what it was. Maybe there's some, like,
It's just
metal
having.
plate in the floor blocking me from.
It's just having Comcast. It's just.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tilbúin.
It was working fine when I got downstairs. When I was like done the stream, it was fine.
Yeah.
Just really awful timing, it seems.
Tilbúin. Satt. Something. Til orustuslag. Til orustuslag.
Man, these guys can't even like kill a regular villager. Yeah, I suck.
Tilbú, já. Að rás.
Not done healing
Já.
yet.
Já. Til orustuslag.
Yeah, these guys just can't push for shit. I don't know. They build up favor when they're fighting, but like, it suck.
Pyrosphere says, the heroes are assholes, not that they are in the wrong, just that they could do stuff in a better way. Of course, I just saw 20-minute summaries, so I could be wrong. I mean, from like what we saw in the show, that kind of seems to be the case too, where like
They're just
not doing anything bad.
they're just depicted in an unlikable way, but
Yeah,
they're perfectly in the
They're
right.
just presented to be like cartoon, you know, the evil music starts playing when they show up, and they're like, ha 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 ha. But I mean, like, what they're doing is, it's not that
They
bad.
completely justify it. They're always in the right. It's just that they play spooky music and they draw them in a way that they're like kind of look mean.
Yes, basically. The basic premise is that the aliens invade Earth, and then the heroes save Earth, but there's a bunch of their minions that are immortal. And they have weapons that can permanently kill the villains, but they decide instead they should continue to do these shows with the minions and which they fight, but it's always staged so that the heroes will win, and they raise money, repair the damages that they've cost them over the years and whatnot. And since they're immortal, they don't die from the, fake tournaments.
Fyrir það.
So it's not that bad.
Já.
It's just that, consequences for my actions.
It
No!
feels mean.
It feels mean.
Yeah.
Já. Fyrir það. Já.
It's bad because the heroes really like beating up the villains. They like it too much. Because they're secretly villains themselves.
Já. Já.
I don't know, man. Let's see. Oscar420 says, just to mention there is good neutral and evil, and neutral is kinda passive good of just being that's not evil, that a mediator could find bliss in Zen, like a lesser mind or... I didn't understand that sentence. I feel like there needs to be some periods and commas and a rewrite of that entire sentence.
Okay. To clarify, get the fuck out of this group.
Meditator could find bliss in Zen,
Yo.
like, or let a lesser mind border.
Oh, is that really meditator, not mediator? Just how you said it sounded like mediator would have gone there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it actually has like Zen in there, so that has to be the meditation, right?
It's just like such a run-on sentence that I read it fairly quickly, I guess, but yeah. Sam, welcome to chat. How does Age of Mythology compare to Empires?
I like it a lot more, but I also like mythology and like fantasy more than history. So that'll play into your like balancing, right? The new game I'm probably going to play, but I'm probably going to pirate it because they're using AI art for the portraits, and like, it's such a gorgeous part of the game. I didn't really highlight it when I was aging up, but they're so pretty. It's so oh, so you know what? If I kill the villagers, I win, right? Because they can't make new villagers right now. This should be the win, because the little wolves will find the villagers.
Hiking vid is more representative with things happening, but not human drama.
Hiking? A hiking video?
That is what he wrote. I don't know what he means, but I need to get out my, like, codex to figure out this in-chat code.
Yeah, I guess I get that. Well, I guess here's the question: how high are you? So, like, what should, like, for our mental math and like discerning this, like, how much distortion should we like be calculating for? Because that kind of makes sense, I guess. Like,
Morally neutral. You can't be morally neutral, exactly.
yeah,
Because if you're apathetic, then you kind of just, like, defaults to bad, right?
yep. Inaction doesn't mean you're not taking a bad action.
Like a car or sand. You follow. Oh, like a chair or sand. That's a big difference. Okay, like a chair. But I'm not a chair. I have a mind. I have a brain. I can think. I can use my thinkies and pick a side.
Oh, now they're surrendering. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The game was kind of a shit show, but you got to see what Fenrir's wolves look like, which is to say they kind of look like they suck. But it's interesting to kind of zip in and out and like destroy stuff. There's just better things that.
Yeshua Jordan says, I'll just say D&D alignments as a joke personally.
Yeah, the D&D alignment stuff is pretty funny, like with the coffee.
Chaotic neutrals.
Like that coffee meme was really funny. It was like the different D&D alignments as like ways that you hold your coffee.
Right.
So like the best one, so it had normal things like lawful evil is like you hold it very elegantly, like, you know, with your like pinky up or whatever. And then chaotic evil was you hold it with you hold the coffee by just sticking all your fingers in and like claw gripping the side. Which is like just complete psychopath behavior. Let's see. All resources.
Just things that only take on human morality once a human does something with them.
Yeah, but
Like a gun. Guns don't kill
but even that, it's like,
people kill people.
I don't know, like, if you're sitting in a room staring at a wall and you do that for a whole week, are you morally neutral? No. No, you're evil because...
Someone else is taking care of you.
Yeah. Because you didn't just spawn in... Like, you didn't just spawn in, like, in, like, an editor mode. You're someone's son who is not making their parents proud. You're someone who could be going out there having kids, making the world a better place. You could be checking in on people close to you. You could be... And, like, yeah, I guess, like, the absence of doing good is not necessarily evil, but, like... I don't know.
Well, how some tech is geared one way or the other more, though.
Some
Then
like
the whole
some
argument falls apart.
like some technology like is a knife evil?
Oh, I
Is a
don't-
gun evil?
The gun is evil, I guess.
All right, what are we doing next?
Guns kill people, confirmed. Yeah, I don't know. Play whatever you want to play, man. I picked the first one.
What do you think, chat? I'm taking suggestions, but I'll only
Only from
I'll
guns.
choose. I'll only choose the best suggestion. If there's a bunch of suggestions, I'll pick the one that's the best.
Ooh, I do love those memes with the chaotic evil holding
Yeah.
coffee. Just so goofy.
Hades, alright.
Hey, let's go.
My man. Hades is cool. Let's do the Greek Jotunheim. Hopefully we actually get a single break in the thing instead of... oh, I should randomize. Hopefully I don't have to deal with... oh, I got Raw again?
Oh, man.
How do I do Greek again?
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Yeah, sure says, I've never seen a gun load itself, point itself towards someone, turn off the safety and pull the trigger. Well, you never know, man. You never know.
Λέγε, ναι.
You ever see that, like, mini comic where it's just, like, a gun, but it's, like, stylized to, like, have arms and legs? And then it just, like,
Λέγε.
beats someone over the head with a bat? It doesn't even use itself as a gun. It just picks up another weapon. And then the comics just call it the guns
Nigga.
kill people.
Βούλομαι.
A movie about a sentient gun, like the movie Tire. I thought it was called Rubber. Oh, and also welcome to chat, neighbor.
Πρόσεχε.
Yeah, welcome.
Μάλιστα.
Oh, fuck a lion.
Μάλιστα.
Oh, can you kill a lion,
Πάμε.
Kataskopos? I believe in you. I believe in you! Uh-oh. Probably shouldn't believe in him.
Oscar says, very few true neutral people, but nature is considered neutral, I think, for example. Well, nature kills people for sure.
Is considered?
Πρόσεχε.
So someone told you that that was true?
Έστω.
Like, what do you mean, is considered?
I think he's just talking about general philosophy that he's heard, like,
Yeah.
people on a TED Talk talk about. I don't know.
Ναι.
Yeah.
Piracy says, Ra comes for revenge. Bang bang the gun Pokemon.
Έτοιμο. Βούλομαι. Θηρευτής.
What are you doing?
Μάλιστα.
Stop it.
Θηρευτής.
Fucking chaotic evil over here shooting a random deer. Hunt the one that other people are hunting, stupid.
You were asking also, how's things? Things have been generally good. Got to hang out with our friends over the weekend.
Yeah, that was
Went
cool.
to a convention that was not very good, but
Yeah.
it is actually we weren't vending at the convention. We were just attending with our friends for fun, and it is actually probably on the list of worst conventions we've gone to.
Yeah. So, I forgot to highlight them when I was aging up before because I'm just so used to them, but these are the portraits. Every time you age up as any faction, you pick between two minor gods.
Okay.
So this is Ares and Athena. They will give you different technologies. That's what these little things are.
His face got fucked up, huh?
And then you get a myth unit and you get a god power. So there was an artist who drew these, and he put a lot of thought into each one, and he has these write-ups that he put on his website that I think is down now, but I remember he wrote these big paragraphs explaining his logic behind each drawing. So, like, Ares, for example, is depicted as, like, an old man, because he was like, I see a lot of depictions of Ares as a young man, like, blazing for war. But he always thought about Ares, if he was a god of war, he'd be, like, a general. He'd be, like, wise and calculated, and he would know lots and lots about war, right? Rather than being like a warrior, he'd be like, you know, he'd be a old experienced general, but still strong. That's why he has the bicep you can kind of barely see in there. So he put so much soul into each one of these characters, and with the new game, they're just fucking
AI generated.
yeah, just AI generated.
I really like the Ares portrait.
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, it's raining. Classic. There is a PC game animated by Studio Ghibli called Ni no Kuni 2, the isekai American president sent to Middle Ages, anamorphic animal, human mixed kingdom, and instantly save the prince with gun. I was on board up till you talking about the animals, human mixed kingdom. I don't want to know about how they mix. Bang Bang, long lost cousin of Bam Bam from the Flintstones. You know it.
Yeah, I was talking about this over the weekend, but like, there's so much Japanese fantasy, which is just like, it's some super weird, like, just like, I'm not like the evil humans. I'm not racist. I want to have sex with cat girls. I'm so sophisticated. Like,
oh yes, I'm a better person for wanting to have sex with cat girls, of course. Hey, you are, honeydew. Welcome to chat. You came in a great conversation.
Alright, Minotaur, fucking destroy this tiger. Lion. Fucking garbage. He's got like the same stats as a villager. Why is he so hard to kill? Get him. Yeah, chop him up. Chop him up. Get him. Hey, 8 damage. Villagers have higher stats than a lion? You can see once they die, they slowly start decaying. It's their meat going down.
Yeah, Oscar says, screw furries. I mean, don't!
Έστω.
Yeah.
Βούλομαι. Έτοιμοι. Έστω.
That's how they fool you.
Βρυτόμος.
How did these humanoid animals and humans occupy the same world?
Έτοιμος μεταλλεύς. Λέγε, μάλιστα. Μάλιστα. Ναι. Λέγε,
Need more wood.
πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Need more buildings too. I don't need gold though.
Λέγε. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Build a house.
Ναι.
Build two.
Ναι.
Go back to
Μεταλλεύς.
that. Okay.
Έτοιμοι. Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Relics, that's right. What do we got? Pegasus. Myth unit special attack recharge time? Sounds like it could be good. You know what? I should be getting these upgrades.
Hey, buddy. Yeah, come relax.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
So what do I have to do next? Build an armory?
Λέγε βούλομαι.
Just get that done.
Έτοιμη. Ναι.
You can farm.
Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε.
You can farm too.
Βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Ναι.
A true neutral statement organic is I like breathing, and from a machine I like running. Machines do not think. And
Πρόσεχε.
liking breathing is actually good because it's keeping you alive. And if you stop breathing, you'll kill yourself. And dying and killing another person is bad. It's evil.
I would actually say that that statement is like flat evil. I don't think there's like a lot of nuance there. It's like
I like breathing, or
I like breathing, and from a machine I like running. It equivocates machines and people as having the same amount of value, and implies that you can't enjoy living unless you also pander to freaks who are like, what about robots? So I actually think
think about the robot children.
I actually think that is a flat, just straight evil statement of the worst kind of person.
Well, we know a lot of people out there in the world that genuinely thinks robots should have rights and that they have consciousness and stuff like that, especially with the AI nonsense where they try to sell AI as though it has a consciousness, and it does not.
People in air quotes.
Yeah. Yes, these kinds of streams still need an image of Doggo on the couch in order to give the illusion of a camera. You're absolutely right.
Oh, because it's raining? Ah, fuck this guy. I don't know what it is, but I'm just like playing so much worse.
How about this statement? Don't you hate it when you hear a noise, so you reach to turn on the light switch, but there is already a hand there? That's only spooky if you sleep alone, though. Because otherwise you would just assume that it's your significant other who also went to turn on the light at the same time as you.
Ναι.
Alright, everyone listen to the greatest sound in video gaming.
I don't know. My nephew jumped 9 feet.
Oh, when it went zum? Well, hey, listen. If he can jump 9 feet all of a sudden after hearing zum, it's pretty,
Βούλομαι.
Zom.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
If you're trying to
Maalista.
scare someone, sit in the dark with your hand on the light switch. %100% success rate.
yeah.
It's not that hard to scare someone. You just have to do something like fucking weird and unusual that usually scares people.
There's an extra deer, so I'll do another.
Our friends are scared of most people on the subway. Or on the train.
I don't know if scared is the right,
Disgusted, disturbed.
yeah, maybe more.
As opposed to jumping out and saying
Έτοιμη.
boom. That works too, of course. It just works less, I suppose.
Έστω. Ναι.
I think what I hate most about a lot of modern horror movies is the fact that they just like fucking get off on jump scares. That's basically all they got.
I don't know if there's, like, I don't know if horror movies are really scary anymore. More,
Oh no, definitely
it's like mostly
not. Shock value.
like startling, you know, which is definitely different.
Yeah, well, they try to make you feel like uncomfortable for a lot of new horror
Πρόσεχε.
movies. Be it like gore or just
Έτοιμη.
disgusting shit, or you know,
Βούλαμε.
jump scares.
Πρόσεχε.
But they kind of gave up on trying to write good stories a long time ago.
Do that.
Πρόσταγμα.
You know, you should.
Ναι. Ναι.
A little more gold. A little more. Come on. We can start with that.
Ναι.
Fireseer says the prank falls apart if their eyesight is in dark vision mode. Or if they just have blue eyes. Then someone just goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" Trying to be spooky. The Collector was good. It was one of the few movies where, right as I said, dude, just go out the window, the hunted character did it.
Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Okay. There are a lot of those frustrating movies where like they don't do the very obvious thing. Like they just start acting retarded for no reason.
Yeah. Are you guys ready for another zum? In 10 seconds we can hear zum again.
So
Let's gonna be good. It's gonna be better than last time, I swear. Alright, yeah, let's get back to cranking out a shit ton of villagers. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me.
Yeshua says, had someone try to scare me with a plastic
Prostagma?
cobra. I don't know why he thought that would work. We only get rattlesnakes here.
Esto.
Oh yeah, where are you at?
Esto.
Arizona?
Esto. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
My guess is based solely on
Ναι.
like being based and rattlesnakes. Put you back over here. Did I already got the upgrade. Okay. Let's get these and this costs wood. Oh fuck, I need someone to worship. Pray harder, knave.
They're like running up the stairs to get away from the killer. Yeah, that is fucking stupid.
Μάλιστα.
Well, you would go deeper into your house. Like if it was your house, you would go up the stairs
Πάνω.
because you don't know who's outside. But usually you're going upstairs to get your gun.
Yeah, right.
But when you
But when you don't have anything
Yeah.
up there to help you in this situation, you're just kind of like cornered.
right.
Πρόσταγμα.
Adam promised me a zom. Where's the
Μάλιστα.
zom?
Ναι.
Ah, here you are, sir.
Oh my. Oscar says, I am immune to jump scares. Gee, I wonder why. Neeper says there's pygmy rattlers in my state, though I think there's rattlesnakes, but I never saw one.
Πρόσταγμα.
Yeah, we got the zom. Yes, we do.
Zum.
Λέγε, ναι.
If we don't just wave out the window because there are no windows in the written scene.
Μάλιστα.
Don't need a gun. I am the weapon. Get him with your sick kung fu, Oscar. Let's go.
Go for one of these. Might not be super advisable, but it's okay.
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Ναι.
Okay. Oh, you guys are just
Έτοιμοι.
not even
Ναι. Ναι. Βούλομαι.
gainfully
Έστω.
employed in my village.
Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε, βούλομαι. Μεταλλεύς.
Hold line.
Λέγε.
Pray harder, knave. We need
Πρόσταγμα.
some fucking woodcutters.
Έστω.
My god.
Μάλιστα.
This is
Έστω.
more prayer than I require. Cut down some trees.
Πρόσεχε.
You too.
Ρητόμος.
It's not gonna be worth it.
Λέγε ναι. Βούλομαι.
Yeah, it seems like there are very few good
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι.
movies. The old ones, maybe not so bad.
Λέγε,
Even the old black and white movies,
Smacking.
even if they're like not super great, they got like good ideas in there, or they have interesting ideas, right?
Board. Bop. Praying. Get one of these. Okay.
Honestly, the lack of good horror movies is just like the main reason why I never really got into horror. Whenever I stumbled across like a good one, it was like, oh, that's nice. But it was never like, there was never that much else to find.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of horror fans are sort of tend to be like people that are consistently into horror tend to be sort of like doomer about stuff. At least like the friends I've had that have been into horror have tended to be like that. And so like when stuff is shitty, they're like, yeah, this validates me. You know what I mean?
Sometimes. Some people just get into it like really young, and then it's like kind of nostalgic for them.
There's also like not all horror is like super scary, if that makes sense. Like, because horror is sort of a
It's like a general term.
Why? I was gonna say genre, but like, because like vampires and werewolves are like part of the horror genre,
yeah, exactly.
but they're not always
scary.
It's like an aesthetic, you know.
Μάλιστα. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
Okay. Am I advancing? I'm not advancing. Oh shit. Okay. So now these are the next two ages. Not only did the artist make draw the art, Apollo is also, he's drawing a bow in the Greek style, 2 fingers.
And the bow is not going through his hand.
No,
Impressive.
it's not.
Aphrodite looks pretty good.
Yeah, I always liked Aphrodite.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's this very like beautiful like thing, but it's not super lewd, you know? It's just sort of tasteful. Now, I guess the big question is, which one do I pick? Nemean lions are pretty interesting, but they're way better when you're playing against like 12 Titan enemies and you're like holding the pass against like a shit ton. Because they do an AoE damage thing. Can't open it, but it doesn't. It translates really well when there's a ton of enemies. When there's only a few, it doesn't really. You don't get that much mileage out of it compared to just regular biting them. Then the other 2 powers are really good. More gather rate for praying, and then more movement speed, which will just mean that your wood gathers so much faster because they're walking back to the thing to drop off the wood, and I guess farming too. Gold mining, it shouldn't matter, but how I fucked up my gold mine drop off thing, it will. But then also Sunray will upgrade my archers, so, and I'll be able to heal people by moving them over to the temple, but as we know, healing kind of sucks. Actually, that's the one healing that's pretty consistent, like when it's a building healing. Oh, just for role-playing reasons, we were playing Hades and Apollo has a passive called Underworld. That is true. I don't really think I would get that much use out of Underworld Passage, though. I wonder why it doesn't say Underworld Passage. Like it's cut off.
I don't know. You show people a haunted house movie these days and they just ask how much. They don't even care how haunted if they can actually afford it. Sounds like a game we play with our friends, where like a wizard tries to sell them a house, but there's always something wrong with it. Oh
yeah, I keep on coming up with like, because we're both kind of dreaming of moving to New Hampshire one day and like being neighbors. And so I always like bring up like, oh yeah, so there's a house. It's like, okay, so your realtor, who is a wizard, has a they have a property for you to look at, and then it'll be something stupid like what was the one with the red dye number 40? Like,
The Gushers.
oh yeah, so like twice a year it hails gushers onto your house. And then my friend's girlfriend was like, there's no way that the environment would ecologically recover from red dye number 40 like leaching into the groundwater. Everything would die.
Just poisoning all the animals.
I don't know. Both of these are good choices. That's what makes it kind of hard. The economy will be much stronger
Aphrodite
here.
looks pretty though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the economy will be stronger here. Wood can sometimes get like kind of tight. Although a manticore is like a much more like classical mythological thing. So I don't know. I'll do this one because I think this one's probably better. The other one would let you min-max more into Hades's signature unit, but I think it doesn't matter because I think his signature unit is going to be good at what it does no matter what. And I think I'm not gonna do that thing where you just try to build one unit. I'm gonna, be more balanced. I think I'm gonna go for Colossi as the infantry, and then I'm just gonna destroy all the buildings with a couple of Gastrophetes, which have no real associate. Where's the unit that I'm selecting? Like, it's just like hidden. So weird.
Let's see. Dave says, I play a game every time I watch a horror movie called How Will They Break the Cell Phone? Because most horror titles don't work when the victim has a cell phone.
Have you heard, have you seen that video that's like cell phones in horror movies or whatever?
Yeah, they never have a signal.
I think the video is called Can't Get a Signal.
Every single time.
Red dye number 40, that's like crushed up beetles or something? You wish, dude. It's
At least then it would be natural.
you know like how like underneath a car there's that like iridescence, like that shiny like rainbow effect? They figured out how to... Okay. Important question. I have turned them into pigs. What do I do now?
Eat them.
Can I eat them? Can I? Morally speaking, can I eat the pigs that were once men? In the meantime, everyone listen up. We've got a beautiful sound for you all. It is
Nice.
I know, right? It's the best noise.
Sometime. But yeah, that iridescence underneath the car that you remember.
Oh yeah, no, they figured out a way of isolating that so that they could get shiny colors for you to eat.
Yummy!
Something tells me that will kill the shit out of you.
Yeah, well, it will give you cancer, yes.
Okay. Let's build random wall sections outside because the AI likes to break them. They like useless wall sections. It's very important to their system. Oh. This one. And go over here. What is this? Oh good, they killed their own pigs. The pigs that were once men.
Oh, good night, Oscar. We'll see you next time, bud.
I need to build a fortress too. I can't fit one like close to me. That's okay.
Yeah, sure was like, yummy! Yes, we could use natural dyes. There's nothing, stopping companies from using natural dyes. They just, don't wanna.
Nobody wants them, by the way, because
Nobody wants red dye.
no, I mean nobody wants natural dyes. Like
What do you mean?
like I want natural dyes,
I
but
want natural dyes, yeah.
it would appear that we are.
If I could limit how much I take in that won't give me cancer, I think I'd be much happier.
The issue, so, well, I shouldn't say no one, but, like, it's kind of difficult because, like, as you guys probably heard before, oh, fuck, I didn't have the other Minotaur in there for the heal. We have, like, a family soap business, right? And, okay, you...
Πρόσεχε.
Wait a second, I didn't mean to build, like, 1,000,000 villagers and send them over here. Guys, stop being
Πρόσταγμα
boring.
έστω.
Let's turn off the tap. No more villagers. Stop it. Let's get this though. What's going on? Why is this not being built? Oh, it is being built. Okay.
Έτοιμοι.
Yes. Attack the random wall segments. You know you want to.
Μάλιστα.
Πρόσεχε.
Anyway, my dad was working with a company from California, and they were like, "Oh, can you use natural dyes?" And he uses natural dyes, sends them over, and then the lady's like, "Oh, they're not that bright."
Ναι.
And he's like,
I do
"Yeah."
have to use more natural dye than
Ναι.
super chemically dyes.
Yeah,
You can't use the same amount.
I guess. I don't know. I think he turned up the.
Πρόσεχε.
I think he turned up the percentages and stuff. It's just. It can also cause like skin irritation. I think if you put too much.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, like, so old of a dye number 40. But I guess you can use less of it and still get a
Πρόσταγμα.
brighter color.
Μεταλλεύς. Πρόσεχε.
Yeah. So
Μεταλλεύς.
that's how it happens. Basically, is like. Lady's like, yeah, why are you standing outside the gate, you fucking retard? Oh, you're trying to build this? God damn it.
Λέγε πάνω. Βούλομαι. Καλώς.
Έτοιμοι. Έστω. Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
David says the blue dye they use as food safe is indigestible by humans. It is the same dye they use to turn beer green for St. Patrick's Day. That's interesting.
Ah, okay. So aging up. So, I never really liked the Artemis art, to be honest. I like the bow, right? But I always thought she looked too manly, and I guess that's like sort of part of her like deal or whatever, is that she's like tough or something. I don't really like it though.
Hephaestus working hard.
Yeah.
Look at him go, hammering.
Hephaestus always seemed like, you know, powerful. Yeah. So, both of these buffs are essentially the same. If you're using Gastrophedes. Essentially. It's 20% more damage. Oh, it's actually better to get the Weapons of the Titans. So, we're gonna get this one.
Alrighty.
Λέγε.
Alright, good pigs now. You've done it.
Λέγε. Πάνω. Πάνω.
Έτοιμοι. Ναι. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Someone was saying that the original Hephaestus art, it kind of looks like he's like crippled or something. But I don't know.
I didn't get that impression.
He's sitting, which is an odd way to be blacksmithing, but maybe after you've just been doing it for eternity, you're like, yeah, I can do this while I'm sitting down.
Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
Okay, now we can build a plenty vault. We can actually build a bunch because I have a mod that makes all my god powers come back. And this I always thought was such a cool building. I always wanted an explanation on it, but it just is.
It is very nice, yeah.
The vault spilling over with gold and grain and wood. Just infinite of it. That would make me religious. Now these guys, when they're hurt, they can heal themselves by...
David says Hephaestus is malformed in the literature.
Is he though? Like, I don't know, he's...
I don't remember that, but I don't know. I guess there's a bunch of different stories based on the characters because people would just write whatever.
It was my understanding that he was less handsome than his brothers, he was less strong than his brothers, but he was still like, you know, a god.
David says it is why he was cast out.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with like the timeline of where like the evolution of different stories and stuff, because I don't really know. I don't really know like the. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have 3 temples with 3 people praying at them, I've learned forbidden knowledge. 1 villager praying gives you 5.3 favor. 2 villagers gives you 10.1 favor. Vum! So what that means is that there's an inefficiency the more you put onto one temple.
Yep.
So.
Hydrogenated vegetable oil is one of the most unsafe things. The FDA is fine with it's in Mountain Dew. Yeah, well, vegetable oil in general is terrible for you. And no one should ever have Mountain Dew. It does make you stupid.
Yeah, it does.
Literally.
It does, in fact, make you a little retarded. just while you're under the influence of it. But you shouldn't have to be under the influence of, like, soda. I just remember every time I'd be, like, at like, a LAN party, right? I'd be like, guys, why don't we just try to beat this before we dip into the Mountain Dew? And they're like, oh, why? It's like, because it does make you retarded. And they're like, that's not true. But it was.
I don't drink soda. Yeah, you know, we don't really either.
Yeah.
It's like,
Πρόσταγμα.
I'll have, like...
if we go out somewhere, like a Japanese place, and we get ramen, get that, right? Or maybe like a lime seltzer, maybe.
I only poison myself with Japanese. So.
Like boba teas. Or super sugary coffees, but no, we're not big soda drinkers.
Alright, eat the gold mine. Eat the gold mine. Quickly eat the gold mine. Keep on working. You got him. The son of Osiris is shooting a chain lightning thing. Very annoying. Oh, go stop that guy.
It says Hera tossed him away because he had his formula, and nothing she produced could be imperfect. So he took revenge on her by building her a throne that traps her in it.
Wait, but
What?
Hephaestus is Zeus's brother, not Hera's son. Hera
I
is
think a lot of these writers were a little bit, not a
Hera.
lot of communication going on.
Hera is Zeus's wife.
It's like the Star Wars lore. Everything is all messed up.
Beat him up. Eat the gold mine. Be healthy.
Thai tea. I get that when I go get sushi. It's pretty good. It is very
Yeah,
good.
that's
Thai iced tea is delish.
Ναι.
I only let foreigners make me unhealthy.
Μάλιστα.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's make a couple of these guys. Get that. Do we have enough favor for this sucker? We do. You build me a second and third armory because that's no way I'm gonna get this done fast enough. Yeah, get him. How we doing? Alright. Eat a tree. You're looking a little unhealthy.
Eat a tree.
Look, he eats the tree.
Yum yum.
See, he just ate it. Fell over. Eat the next one. You gotta heal. Alright, eat another tree. You're dying. Just keep eating trees, man. Just tank the damage and eat trees. Man, you're getting fucked up, huh? Alright, you gotta eat some trees too, buddy. Alright, eat this tree. Yeah, eat trees. My favorite Hephaestus story is the one where he gets married, and there's all sorts of like, there's for all history it seems there has been like doomers out there, but and so there's other like more unfortunate stories with Hephaestus, obviously, but
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where they try to reboot it.
It's like Marvel Comics has been getting fucked up for generations and generations.
Yes, yes. The god mythology.
There's a reason.
Past Marvel comics.
There's a reason that the Greeks don't rule the world right now, and it's because fucking cucks have been ruining their mythology forever. But Aphrodite was discovered. She came up on the shore, spawned from the sea foam of Kronos' severed cock.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah, don't worry about it. People are like, oh, that means it's incest. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I think that's kind of a leap. What, she was magically conjured from sea foam, and it's like, incest? It's like, I don't know, man.
I think the implication is that the sea foam was like or something.
Listen, they didn't, because if they wanted to say cum, they'd say cum. What cum is called nectar, and I know that because the reason that Kronos died is because Zeus came in his drink and then gave it to him, and then he drank it and was like, oh, that's so gross, oh, and he starts choking. So then Zeus is like, ha, you've been weakened, and then he chops off his dick, and then he's like, all your power has been drained out of you.
Yeah, I always kind of saw it as though she was supposed to be a child of the ocean and the cock.
Yeah, anyway, don't worry about it too much. So she spawns out of like a clam or something, right? That's like how the art goes. I don't know if that was in the original story. Probably not. Probably just some like artists' liberty they're taking.
Yeah, sure.
But anyway, she comes into being. Badoosh. Wow, that's a lot of. Let's get some more colossi into this mix over here. Oh wow, maxed out already? Fucking rock and roll.
Kronos had sex with the sea confirmed. Yeah, that's how I read it.
Hey,
I
listen.
don't know. Who knows what the fuck is happening in these stories?
Yeah, I don't know if I would be so bold as to assert that is like confirmed sea sex. So Oh, you can heal better with the gold mine. Okay, eat some trees, dude. You're hurt. Yeah, go fuck that guy up. In any case, she's discovered, and the fishermen that discover her are too ashamed to look upon her because she's so beautiful. And so they shield their eyes because they feel it would be too disrespectful to their wives to even see her while she is naked. The women that come, like the wives, they come and they dress her and they tell her, you know, vaguely about the world. Don't do that. Don't be naked. It's bad.
Yes.
Be modest and stuff. And no matter how many stoners tell you to free the nipple, just don't do it. It's not going to be good for you. Your place in society won't be very well secured as long as you're being
Looking out for them.
yeah. Anyway, so get another gold mine going, and I guess I need more houses. So oh, we have more people not doing a job. Who else though? Okay, you perfect. Okay, houses, lots of houses. Everyone would want to live by the yaks and deer and armories, I'm sure. It's great city planning. It's okay. What do we got over here? Oh no, you're gonna die, man. Eat a tree, quick! Fuck. Okay. It's okay. Shoot him. Blam blam. Let's actually go crazy and do a little healing spell there. It heals buildings too, so it's kind of good to just patch up random buildings that have gotten hurt without me noticing. Oh, you're still kind of fucked up, huh? Oh, you're getting shot by the priest, that's why. Let's put another plenty ball down. Soon everyone can retire. Oh, I don't need to build one in there. I can build one in here. Go even faster. Okay. Actually, can we shoot that guy? That'd solve my, like, problems. Oh. Go eat a tree over here. So, anyway, Aphrodite. So the women say you can't stay here. You would imbalance things too much. You're too pretty. Too many people would be jealous. Too many men would be tempted and feel bad about being attracted to you, and so you've got to go. You've got to go to the gods. You were supposed to live amongst the gods because obviously you're way too pretty. So she goes to Mount Olympus as described, and when she arrives, of course, was it Hermes? Yeah, Hermes. Hermes runs right to Zeus and is like, "Hey, hot lady, hot mama coming in." And Zeus is like, "Oh, maybe I could convince her to marry me too." And Hera, his wife, who doesn't like that he tends to make babies with various characters throughout all of the stories, is like, "You know what? I think I'd like that to not happen. So I have a scheme, an evil scheme, not really an evil scheme. It's a perfectly reasonable scheme where she's like, we're gonna have her choose because she's obviously a goddess, so she has a right to choose, right? She's so pretty." And then they're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, okay." So we'll have everyone come up and make their case as to why. What is this relic again? Oh, the myth units I'm using don't have special attacks, so I guess it doesn't matter. Just like auto cue that shit. And, auto cue that shit. Rock and roll, baby. No. Eat another tree. You eat another tree. Eat a tree and you fight.
Smack. Λέγε βούλομαι.
Actually, can elephants turn into... Yeah.
Χώρο.
Actually, shoot the pharaoh because he's weak to humans. Yeah, fuck, he just kind of shot the shit. These guys, they get a shit ton of upgrades, but I don't think they have all their upgrades yet. I think I'm probably ahead of them on upgrades. Yeah, I got everything. So I should be coming out ahead. If we could just push through into their base... I mean, I think that's what everyone throughout all of history has said about, like, winning a battle, but, you know.
Εισβολή. Χώρο. Λέγε ορθώς.
I want to send another group just in.
Πρόσταγμα βούλομαι. Ορθώς.
Should you eat the gold? Yum, 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 yum. Jesus, it's like okay.
Χώρο. Έτοιμος. Έτοιμος. Καλώς.
Shoot that. Blam. Gastropedes are crazy. See how long the Fenrir's wolves took to break a building? Fucking tower, one shot. Blam. Temple, blam.
Εισβολή.
Barracks, and blam.
Pyrus here says it's the Pharaoh's fault for not using the Millennium Puzzle.
Yeah, he should have had some Millennium items on him. Okay, we gotta destroy the Midgall stronghold actually, because that is where the elephants are coming from, and these elephants are fucking menace.
Χώρο.
Destroy it. Anyway, everyone lines up to court Aphrodite. Wow, the archers are doing a fuckload to these guys. They're just standing still and shooting. Crossbow, I suppose. Anyway, so Poseidon's the funniest one because whatever version I read, right, was all fucked up because they were like.
Πρόσταγμα.
This is what was taught to me in school, right? This is what was like in the textbook. Was Poseidon says, "Oh, I know you like horses, so I thought I would invent horses." And here they are. These are horses.
Because you like them so.
Because you like them so much, I invented them for you.
Καλώς.
And
Πρόσταγμα.
you know, I've seen things with worse plot holes than that, so I guess it's fine.
Good writing.
Serviceable. But yeah, it doesn't
Lost
quite.
in translation.
Yeah, we'll say lost in translation. A totally accessible language that has not died out. It's lost.
It's lost. We don't know.
Can't like just any Greek person could just look at it and be like, "No, it says this," but no, it's lost. Anyway,
Έτοιμοι.
what do you? Oh wow, we're like super short on wood, huh?
My assumption would be that he created a new creature based on things that she liked from other creatures.
Nice.
But
It, you know,
and then it became horses, but I don't know.
I think it's funnier to just be like, "You're a girl, you like horses, right? Of course you do. Well, now they exist.
I invented them.
I invented them." That or like they existed already, and he was like,
A good pickup line.
Βούλομαι.
"I'm Poseidon. I just invented horses."
My dad works at Nintendo also.
Βούλομαι. Λέγε βούλομαι.
So anyway,
Πρόσταγμα.
Apollo goes like, "I am the god of the sun. I can literally give you the sun.
Έτοιμος. Ορθώς.
My I'll be away each day, dragging the sun across the sky. But if you should need me, I will come fast to your side."
Λέγε.
Hermes is like, "I am the fastest god. Should you need anything from any part of the world, I can get it quicker than any other god."
Λέγε. Λέγε.
And they go along. They go around, right?
Ορθώς.
Right.
I think it's
Ορθώς.
said that the only one who didn't The only god who didn't try to add another god, or another wife, was Hades, because he's so gloomy. Endor loyal to his wife. I think Hades is like the one god who doesn't. Yeah, they're like bad guy Hades, but he's like the only one who isn't like. Yeah, there was some meme on like iFunny where it was like the only god who isn't like a massive degenerate cheat on his wife or do anything weird, and they're like, what an evil guy down there in Tartarus. It's like. Man, that's not even enough healing. Eat a tree. Anyway. So then, Hera, in secret, has been training Hephaestus. Because she knows the secrets of what women want. And so she imparts them to Hephaestus so that he will win instead of her husband. Because she has to hedge her bets. And so Hephaestus kind of shuffles forward. He goes, well, I haven't invented horses, and I can't give you the sun or the oceans, but I promise to work hard every day and love you very much. And then she chooses him.
Oh, very sweet.
Yeah, I would remember that story, by the way, guys, because it always is a big hit with the ladies. Like, it always, like, yeah. They're like, every girl I've told it to, with, I guess, the exception of Trisha, has been like, oh, and like started crying and been like, oh, it's so cute. Trisha was like, that doesn't make any sense. How did he invent horses? No good. 3 out of 5. It's not even real French anime.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. But
Call this Greek anime. That is true though. Like, every girl I've told that to has like started crying and been like, oh, that's so sweet. Okay, literally except for Trisha.
what? I said it was sweet.
Nah, you were like,
How do you go about telling some romantic Greek story to chat and then immediately dunk your girlfriend at the end of it?
get wrecked. No, to your credit, like, that was the first time I told it to you, and then the second time I told it to you, I think you'd completely forgotten the first time, and you're like, oh. So,
You got better at telling the story.
if a story doesn't land, just tell it again, and they probably forgot. It'll be fine. That's what I've learned.
I was looking at a squirrel across the park. Sorry, it required my attention.
Well, it was my mistake was like you were like just depressed, and I was trying to cheer you up. I thought the story would be like a happy, cute story, but I was wrong.
You should have just gotten the ice cream.
I should have just beaten the shit out of you. Been like,
Oh my god.
been like, you can't feel sad while you're in pain, and then just beat you up. That was like.
This is not an endorsement of beating up your girlfriend, Chet.
It is actually. My brother's like strategy to not be nauseous is to slap himself really hard, because he's like, well, you can't feel like two things at once. So if you just slap yourself super fucking hard, you'll stop being seasick. And I'm like, do you think that'll really work? And he's like, yeah. So then I slapped myself really hard, and he was actually correct. And I stopped being seasick.
Oh my god. Terrible advice.
So if your girlfriend's ever depressed, just like, don't worry, I'll beat the sadness out of you. How dare you be sad?
Yeah, right.
Λέγε.
I wish the Colossus could eat the farms. I don't know why. I just think it would be
Λέγε. Ορθώς.
that.
Πρόσταγμα.
Prostegma. Oh, yeah, these guys outrange town centers, so they are they're basically a siege weapon in an archer.
Πρόσταγμα.
It's very, very effective.
Ορθώς.
I just take a few off this group
Πρόσταγμα.
and have them break this town center. Those Greek gods needed a bunk, no horny stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all over if Exodia shows up. Oh, I haven't used a Titan yet, huh?
Do you think it was like the same logic back then where people were like, oh, well, sex sells, so they just like put more sexual degeneracy in their stories?
So I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Most of it is that it's made up, right? Most of the weird stuff in Greek mythology is completely manufactured, but people will cling on to it anyway. So, like, let's say you are English and you are translating some Greek stories. And you want to, and you're tired of, I mean, let's look at, like, for example, like Lindy Beige. Whenever he talks about the Roman Empire, he is very negative and he is always derogatory about the Roman Empire. And that is because when he was younger, he wanted to have pride in being English, and then there was a lot of people around him that were fascinated with the Roman ruins that were around England. But English people have like 0% admixture of Italian. Like, they have none. Not a single Roman man deigned to impregnate a single British girl. It did not happen. Not a single Roman woman deigned to be impregnated by an English man. Didn't happen. There's not even a tiny, tiny trace percent. Never happened. And that is how it is, by the way, with, like, basically all of history. It's just people just didn't really, like, it just didn't. I mean, not all of history. It's just like, oh. There obviously there's like mixing of cultures, but it's like, just because the Romans conquered a place didn't mean they turned it into a hentai. You know what I mean? Like, it's just,
mean they started collecting people from all across
yeah.
Europe.
It just didn't. It's just not what they. It is just not what they did, and there's a lot of people who I don't know.
You have to go pretty far ways to go have a relationship with someone of another ethnicity in another country, you know, somewhere else.
I don't know. I just... Anyway, just my random passive complaint about people, like, having a porn education on history. But, so Lindy Beige doesn't like that these people that have no genetic... They're not in his genetic makeup at all. They captivated the imaginations of, like, the other kids that he knew. And the other adults that he knew, and people would talk about the Roman Empire and how great they were. But he wanted to talk about how great his own country was.
Sure.
It's admirable, etc.
It's fine.
So, but he doesn't like the Roman Empire. He makes videos where he talks about the Roman Empire, and he says that they are bad and stuff, right?
And he makes up lies about them.
Well, maybe he's not making up lies, but other people might, right? Other people in the same narrative position as him, directed towards Greeks, would, right? Now you have...
All being gay.
Right. So there's a lot of reasons to shit on the Greeks. You could be an edgy atheist and be, like, against all religions and be like, oh, see, Greek religions are all weird. You could be a weird sexual degenerate and be like, oh, see, Zeus, like, fucked little boys. You could be a Christian and be like, oh, well, that religion was no good, but mine's really good.
Right.
See, look how fucked up this religion is. You could be a gay activist and be like, oh, see, everyone was always gay all the time, ever, even in, like, ancient history. So you said the Greeks were good, so it's here, now they're super gay. You could be an you could just be anti-European, and the Greeks are, like, kind of the root of Europe's, like, they're one of the oldest, like, success. Oh, yeah. Here it is. Yeah, but as far as sex sells, comment, they do say the Greeks invented sex, the Romans merely added women. So the Greeks were not gay. They did not like gay people. In fact, like in their ancient plays, they have like jokes about gay people, and they have terms for gay people. They called gay men gapers, among other things. And they would make many references to the fact that like anal sex causes the anus to not be able to contract after a while, and so it causes them to like seep like poop out, and that is something that
It's very vile, yeah.
that is something taught to me by the ancient Greeks that yeah, so you know, probably existed, but this was not commonplace, and it was not normal. It was most certainly like,
It was generally frowned upon.
in any case, there's a lot of reason to try to pretend that the Greeks are gay, a lot of reason to pretend that their religion is fucked up. And it comes from all sorts of angles. People have many motivations across history, and so they make up they just like make up these stories, and then it kind of gets glued into people's minds. Like, for example, whenever someone thinks about the story of King Arthur, people always bring up Lancelot. That's not a real character. There was a Frenchman who was upset that the King Arthur stories were so popular, so he made a fan fiction where a French knight joins King Arthur's court and then he bangs his wife as a joke. And it was so popular that it just spread all over the place. Because, you know, I don't know, whatever the reason that story got so popular. But I am sure the same effect has happened to Greek mythology. And then also, you have to consider, like, what is the narrative position of the role of gods, right? Are these gods that you're supposed to be admiring? Maybe. Are they gods you're supposed to be admiring from the Greek perspective through the entire history of their people? Maybe not. So, like, for example, in Norse mythology, there is a story called Loki's Truth, where it is the last thing that Loki does before he is chased down, has his entrails ripped out of him. He is hung by his entrails, and then I think his stomach acid is like, his stomach is cut open and his stomach acid is like dripping on his face every so that for forever, because he eternally heals because he's part god. And he will remain like that until Ragnarok. It's a future tense. Ragnarok is a future tense story rather than a past tense story. It's like the only one. Basically, the only story that is told in future tense. In Ragnarok, this will happen. In Ragnarok, this will happen.
Right.
So, before he is strung up, what he says, first of all, let's we'll play a game as Loki. Let's do another map. Where's the... So... I don't see... Oh, there it is. So, Loki... They're all of the gods are playing some game where they shoot Balder. They shoot Balder with different things because Balder is invincible. It's still Egyptian.
Já, something. Timbursveit.
Skipan. Já, ég vil. Something?
So they're shooting Balder with different things because Balder is immortal. Because his mother loves him so much that she has gone around and she has made all things promise not to hurt him. And they have promised, including rocks and stones and twigs and stuff. However, she forgot about mistletoe. So Loki goes up and is like, oh, you know, it'd be really funny if you shot Balder with a piece of mistletoe. And so he gives them a mistletoe arrow. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And so they shoot him with it, and then he dies. And then immediately Loki goes, whoop, 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 and then runs away. Going tee-hee-hee-hee. then he comes back after everyone is sad about Balder. Well, okay, there's another story in between where he impersonates a Jotun, a troll, because Yoki can... not Yoki. Loki can shapeshift, so Loki turns himself into... You know what? I'm going to turn this, like, goose into my spy. So Loki turns into a Jotun, and Jotun named Tak.
My name is Tom.
Tilbúin.
Yeah, there's a song where the chorus is, "My name is." Oh well, I'm sorry. I'll spoil the story if I tell you.
Ég vil.
This crowned crane is my spy.
Ég vil.
I will see what the crane sees.
Samþykkt.
So,
Ég vil.
so Loki pretends to be a Jotun named... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead. So, Balder's mother goes to Helor, the goddess of the afterlife, Niflheim, right? And she goes, "Oh my God, everyone is so sad that my son has died.
Já?
You must do something. You must let
Timberstraight.
Balder return to life." And she says, "No." And then she begs more, and she's like, "Okay, fine. If literally everyone wants him to come back, I will let him come back.
Já.
Get every single living thing to agree to let Balder come back to life, and I will let him come back." So she goes
They all
around.
have to shed tears.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
They all have to shed a tear for Balder, and if they do, then
Samþykkt.
he gets to come back to life. And then she finds in a cave this Jotun, a giant, frost giant.
Hver það?
And she goes, "Will you shed a tear so that my son can come back? Balder has died.
Tilbúin.
You must cry so that my dear son can come back to life."
Já.
And she says, "No. My name is Tak, and I won't cry. I won't let Balder return." And then they find out that that's actually Loki in disguise, and he runs away. Then he shows up while they're all sad, mourning the fact that Hel says, no, he can't come back to life. And then he shows up, and they're all surprised. They're like, "What are you doing here? How could you come here? Don't you know we're all very upset with you?" They're all like right on the verge of like killing him. And then he basically goes around the room on like a drunken tirade, going like,
Tilbúin.
"Oh yeah, well, you've cheated on your husband. You've cheated on your wife."
Ég vil. Samþykkt.
And he just goes around the room, just talking shit to every single person until...
You did not invent horses. You lied.
Wrong pantheon, but yeah.
Right.
There's some interesting parts, like Heimdall is like a guardian god. He's the white god,
Yes. White.
the guardian of the Bifrost or whatever.
That's right, yeah.
And his criticism of him is, you have to stand around all day. And I don't know what the fuck that means, and no one does, but I suspect it's a joke. Like, I saw someone doing an analysis of the story, and they were like, we don't know what this means. And I'm immediately like, well, it sounds like a joke. Like, that sounds like right? Like, it's comedic relief to, like, break up the thing.
Intensity, yeah.
You know? Like, because it'd be unexpected, because he has this very serious critique he's giving it.
You do absolutely nothing.
So, anyway, he goes on this long tirade, saying that each god is like shitty and that they, you know, they're morally dubious, etc., etc.
Right.
Yo.
What's the purpose of the story? Well, it's probably meant to make you sympathize with Loki that all the gods are shitty and you shouldn't worship them.
Something.
Why does the story exist? I don't know. Like, what's the narrative position behind the story? Who knows? But
Yo.
I think their religion was a little bit different than what we typically think of with a religion. I'm not super sure that I don't really think you can pray to like Thor and have him do stuff. You like want Thor to notice you doing good stuff, but you can't like ask him for a pony or something.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's not so much that the gods were exactly role models for everything in life. They were good at specialized things, which is why there was a god for each thing.
I mean, who knows really? Like, who knows what the point of the stories were, right? This is to say, no one really knows precisely.
Or which stories are real.
Yeah, which stories are real, which ones were added later, it's kind of hard to say.
Which are just propaganda against the Greeks.
This is also a different pantheon. These are different people.
Sure, sure.
Fyrir það. Tilbúið. Fyrir það. Skipan.
Age up. And here we have some more nice paintings. I mean, his paintings of the major gods are the really, real highlights. But
These are pretty good.
yeah, I'm gonna go for this guy.
He does have a nice beard.
Yes, indeed. But I know that people really latch on to the
Tilbúið.
stories about like Greek gods being like sexual degenerates. So it might just be that those are more popular. I mean, they're certainly taught in schools as like this is what Zeus was like. The Greeks were weird. They're all gay. So. My moral of the story, sometimes there are assholes that just want to watch the world burn. Yeah.
Skipan.
Yeah, I mean, there's...
Something.
There's other, like... There's other versions of Greek mythology where, like, Aphrodite,
Something.
cheats on his... Or Aphrodite cheats on her husband, on Hephaestus. And then, like, the moral that you're supposed to take from the story by whatever, like, philosopher is telling the story, or retelling the story that is allegedly, like, canon, is, like, something to the effect of, if you fall in love with someone who loves to fall in love, she'll, like, cheat on you and whatever. Like, if you... Since she's the goddess of love, like, whatever. Like, women will never be happy, something like that. Like, it's a very jaded kind of message. And you could embrace that sort of, like, jaded message, or you could just fucking chill.
Something.
It's like, if it... I think if it, like... If you're, like, a Nate pessimism kind of feels acknowledged, feels validated by the stories, it'll tend to have more of a lasting impact. But I don't know. Maybe it's ancient wisdom that all women are whores.
Skip something, something.
Personally, I think the happier stories are more interesting.
Tilbu.
Like, once upon a time, I wrote darker stories and, like, gravitated more towards darker stories, but... So I totally understand the appeal. So most of my critique against it is really just like a critique of myself, if that makes any sense. So don't take it too personally.
Skip something. Something.
But
Skip sa. Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Skip. Já. Skip something. Skip sa. Já. Já. Something. Tilbu sa.
alright, let's see what I can do with this tiny little army. Basically, healing springs heal you, so I set them up behind the walls so that I could retreat back and heal, or be fighting slightly ahead of the walls and be healing.
Já.
And these guys will randomly spawn myth units, so I leave a comfortable amount of room in my population so that there's room to spawn some. And then I just hope that it triggers. I've got like an army over here. I don't know if I have to pull back to go deal with them. Let's see.
Yo, yo,
Ah, I got a mountain giant.
Atro.
They're good at killing buildings. Maybe I can kill a town center. Just cheeky little town center kill.
Já, já. Til orustuslag.
Yeah.
Já.
It's getting a bit late.
Oh yeah, it is super late.
I think, bed's...
Tilbu. Atrás.
I don't know if you want to keep streaming or if you wanted to wrap it up, but it's up to you.
Ah yes, the other Hephaestus and Aphrodite stories where the guy is the ultimate cuck and the girl is the town's bicycle. I hate that part of the myth. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like putting Spider-Man and Mary Jane together just to have her fuck some other dude.
Fyrir something.
Go heal.
Fyrir það. Satt.
Let's see.
Something.
Gonna build a tower right here just to mess with them a little bit. Just because I can forward build with these guys. Loki's other advantage is building out of this building 10% faster or something. So we'll see what that does for me. The heroes do receive the armory upgrades, but they don't receive the infantry extra health upgrade over here. So they're kind of a unique case.
Skip.
I don't think Greek heroes gain
Tilbúð, samþykkt.
armory upgrades.
Tilbúð. Satt.
But
Skipan. Já. Skipan. Já.
nice. Random summon. Let's go.
Skipan. Já.
Oh yeah, I can break this tower easy. Sweet.
Já.
Beat him up.
Satt.
Bonk, bonk.
Ég bið. Tilbúð.
Now these guys are kicking golden bar.
Já. Já.
Send these guys in to save myself some resources.
Tilbúð.
If I could hold off from spending more.
Skipan.
I don't want to just
Já. Ég bið.
in.
Tilbúð. Satt.
I'll just go in with the flaming weapons and see what I can do.
Go for the win, always.
Oh yeah, you gotta build a market, buddy.
Ég bið.
Oh, I spawned in Einherjar.
Skipan. Aðdrað.
Já. Aðdrað. Já.
Yeah, that big bonk does a big of damage. Ooh, another one. Alright, that time's going down.
Fyrir það.
Randomly spawn 2 siege weapons in the middle of their base. Bonk, bonk, boys.
Til úrustu slag.
See the big, like, the 2 hands it? Funny animation. Whoa. Yeah, there it goes.
Já.
Check the towers. Yeah. Obviously, the spawning random myth units. It's, you know. At a low level, at least, it's a lot better than Odin, as you can see. I'm kind of more used to playing Loki, so I just like didn't like use the other aspects as well. I mean, all the myth units in their base, besides this guy, I think I brought him. Yeah, I brought him in. Other than him, all these other myth units, they were just randomly spawned. That's 1 Valkyrie, 2 Frost Giants, 2 Hill Giants, 2 Battle Boars, 2 Einherjars, and a 2nd Valkyrie. So, it's quite strong. Loki's passive. Yay, chat only got mildly degenerated tonight. Used to have a habit of showing up when someone was saying something degenerate. Hasn't happened in a while now. Yeah. We've been good. Kind of.
Only mildly degenerate.
Oh, I actually had more resources than them. Usually the favor you see in these crazy spikes with Norse, because they like get it from fighting, so you see these ups and downs. Oh, I didn't use it, but the fire giants in this game look like total shit. I don't know if they're gonna upgrade them for like the remake, but they look so bad in this game. In Mythology, they have armor and like flaming weapons, and they're, you know, like Surtur is like the famous guy or whatever, and he's got big flaming sword and stuff. Remember that time I showed up and the first words was Adam sucking a guy dry? I was playing a vampire game, sir. Get your head out of the gutter. Yeah, let me show you the fire giant. It's pretty rough. That's all we got. Frost giant is like the nicest. No, I'd say the hill giant or mountain giant, something like that. It's the nicest looking one. There's Volstagg is like the king of the frost giants. He's like a NPC from the campaign. But so what the regular one looks like. You get the horns once they're like upgraded, but they don't get the rest of the outfit, I don't think. So are they mountain giants? Yeah. So, you know, the hill giant looks nice. He's got the, like the woad paint on and stuff. Frost giant looks decent. I'd like to see some like a big frost mace or something cool, or a big frost axe. I don't know. The fire giant is just it's like lava texture attached to like, you know, some kind of idle animation. I guess he's like pulsing or something because he's like lava or something. I don't know. It's bad. It's one of the best units, which is why it like is so notable. Oh yeah, they have unique walks, don't they? That's cool. This is a really, really good unit. They have this recharging thing where they throw a bunch of fireballs and it puts this passive fire damage out. And when you have a lot of them and you get that in the right spot, you could like really, really fuck up an enemy army.
Yeah.
More like fire elemental. Yeah. But if you want to see some really bad models, I forgot about that. This is like an unused asset that they have as like a little Easter egg. It's the mountain giant, but just Santa.
Nice.
Yeah. They also have one of the developers' dogs. Bella. There it is. Little golden retriever. Yeah. There's if you type in bark, 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 bark or something, it spawns in. So, villager Chinese. The Chinese expansion is like the shittiest expansion possibly ever. That's a female one, which is slightly distinct, but okay, this is the male variant of it, right?
是的。
Interesting. So, right now, for some reason, their infantry is called halberdiers. And you tell me what the problem with that being their infantry is. And keep in mind, from here, you've got to be able to tell which is something that you can target with your cavalry and which is something you can't, right? And so the female ones, obviously, they look different. They look different enough from soldiers. But the male villager and the halberdier, they look almost identical, other than like, yeah, there's a weapon there, but it's so hard to make out.
Yeah.
有什么吩咐？好的。
While everybody's moving and stuff, it's like,
出发。
you know, sure they have different running animation or whatever, but it's just like when everyone's scattered around
准备遵命。
and you've got to make a quick like click on something, it's just terrible, terrible, terrible design. And then
Seer says, what in the actual fuck?
yeah, because if you send your cavalry at that guy, you lost the unit, right? you just that cavalry unit is going to die in that engagement. You're going to have to pull them out, and if you don't realize it quick enough, it's just dead. Right? And then on top of that, so the game works on a rock paper scissors system similar to Fire Emblem, where human units are weak against myth units, and myth units are weak against heroes, and then heroes are weak against human units. So you're trying to play this rock paper scissors game while you're running into an enemy base. You want to have your mountain giants go attack buildings. You want to go have your fire giants attack human soldiers. You want to have your cavalry rush in and kill some villagers. Now, if you shoot a halberdier or you attack a halberdier, you're going to probably lose them. But then even more, look how the terracotta soldier looks. They're different, right? But it's the same exact, like, halberd, quote-unquote, model. It's the same hair profile. It's all the same profile. The difference is, like, the colors. But then, how about this? What if we have a bunch of different colors in a match, and we've got, like, we got this going on, and we've got, like, this going on, and, like, I don't know. Well, that's a confusing color difference. That is both player 10. Oh, I didn't assign a color to player 10, so it's player 4's color. Okay. But yeah, this is a super, for the gameplay of the game, this is a very, very important distinction between these two units. They function completely differently. If you attack a unit that would kill this guy against this guy, that unit is going to die. Same as if you attacked a villager versus this guy. So it's like, oh man, then even if you have them, like, rotated, too. I want people to have to place object as player 1 to command the guys. Yeah, if you have their back turned, it's kind of even more difficult to tell. If anything, this guy has a wider profile, so you'd expect him to be the soldier. Their hair is, like, slightly different colors, but you have to really, like, yeah, so imagine trying to play against Chinese, and then on top of that, like, got some water, right? Beautiful water for such an old game. Let's place a transport ship. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have transport, Greek. And then we have transport, Norse. Then we have transport, Egyptian. And then we have the first expansion comes out. Expansion packs, remember that? So exciting. Atlantean. Okay. All of them are unique. By the way, on top of all of this shit, the thing that pisses me off the most with the Chinese, they copy and paste Greek stats for most of their buildings. Whereas every other faction is completely asymmetrical. There's, like, more damage out of, I think, the hill fort that the Norse have, but it has less health, or it's like more hack armor and less health, and there's all these, like, asymmetrical crazy things they did with all the different buildings. And then they just copy-pasted when they were going out to make a DLC. Okay, so this is a Greek transport with no one in it. And then this is a Greek transport with someone in it. Now, see the difference. There's this flag on front of it. Oh, okay. And then what does the Norse one look like when it has another person in it? Oh, look at that. It has a flag, a different spot, but you can see the flag, right? It's heading for your beach. You can see it's got the flag right there. Uh-oh, danger. Now, what does the Atlantean one look like? Oh, okay. Let's see. Got the Atlantean one? Oh, look, it has a flag. Oh, that's cool.
Incredible.
So now we know that there's one in that one, but there's not one in this one. And then let's see. Oh, look at that. The Egyptian one has a flag. Now let's go see what the Chinese did. Ah, that's interesting. It's decorated with 3 flags.
Ah.
Hmm.
It's a lot of flags.
So, well, now let's see. What's the difference between a Chinese transport ship that has someone in it and that doesn't? Oh, okay. They added a 4th flag. Oh, well, that's easy to tell. Yeah. It's great. Good job, guys. Okay, I get it. They were lazy. I mean, they were lazy and incompetent. They were both things.
Yeah,
Also,
that's pretty bad.
what is happening with the Chinese transport ship? It's like twitching. When it stands still, it's just like it snaps to the beginning of its animation.
Oh yeah, it didn't do a full loop.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
My God.
They should have finished that.
Oh man, the myth units. The myth units. Here's the best looking myth unit. We'll start with the best looking myth unit from China. The white tiger. Looks great, right? No complaints. It does suspiciously look a lot like the tiger that was already in the game, but white. I think they may have reused some parts, although I hate to accuse them of just coloring the tiger white and making it slightly bigger. What's the dragon called? Is it just called dragon? This is one of their myth units too, right? The dragon turtle. It could be worse. It's not terrible, right? It could be so much worse. Also, you know how like the thing that is really good about Hades is that he has archers that can break buildings? They just gave that to Chinese too. So that's cool. Except their archers can destroy buildings so much faster. It takes literally 3 to destroy a fortress in like 2 shots. So, you know. What is that thing called? Hold on. I don't think I'm gonna remember. Azure dragon, my bad. Yeah, so this is the myth unit everyone's been waiting for. Everyone's very excited to finally see a dragon in the game. They're gonna get the Chinese dragon. And here it is. You guys excited?
So pretty, so majestic.
Let's see it walk around. It looks a lot like a mod unit. Just the way it just doesn't look like an official creature, you know? It's, fine, but you'd think people would get maybe better after it's been like 20 years or something since this came out. It's fine, right? But then you have the thing everyone makes fun of the most is their Titan. So here is the Greek Titan. It looks like Cerberus, and it enters from the ground, real unique, crawling out of Tartarus. Boom! Yeah, right? Badass. Now, go to player data. Let's change to Egyptian. Let's check out how the Egyptian Titan looks. Looks pretty cool. Bird guy, right? See how he summons. Oh, he comes down from the sky. Oh.
Very
Boom. Right, very cool. Let's see. Let's see what the Norse Titan looks like. Oh, he's frozen in ice, and he breaks out of the ice, shakes off the ice. Oh, oh, he's a big ice troll. Oh, okay. Big ice hammer. Very cool. I mean, it's a tiger, too. It's fair, I guess, yeah. Oh, good night. Good night, David. And now, friends, let's look at what the Chinese Titan looks like. I gotta hide in the corner real quick. Brace yourselves. And of course they've recycled the summoning animation, but just the exact same as the Greek.
He just crawls out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's like, alright, what's up everybody? Here I am. Hi. Just came out of the hole over there. How you doing?
Yeah. He just looks someone said to me, he just looks like he wants to die. He said he refuses to use the Chinese Titan, and I was like, "Oh, why? Is it like broken or something? Or is it too strong?" And he's like, "No, it just looks like it wants death. It just looks like living is pain."
It does look depressed, doesn't it?
It looks so sad to exist. Oh, look, Chinese. It's got the tattoos, huh?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's a triad member. Just he's a horny triad member. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously they're recycling like parts of his. Huh. That's unique.
That's different.
Well, I see a finished DLC here. Time to completely stop all support for the game. Anyway, this looked cool, huh? It's from the campaign, right?
It is cool.
Anyway, so that's Age of Mythology. I love this game. I could play it all day, but it is actually super fucking late, and I don't really like to have the streams go
Oh yeah.
too
I'm
late.
so exhausted.
Yeah, so sorry to drag the stream on too long, guys, but I really appreciate you guys being here. Sorry if I was a bit negative in my recounting of Greek mythology, but it does make me a little cranky. But yeah, no, it's thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for listening. I promise to have more interesting things to talk about next time. And that song.
All AI generated music next time.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but I really love this game. This is one of my favorites all time. Gotta be in my top 5, maybe top 3. You know, if I'm thinking about it, like top 3 as far as I can think right now is like Gene Forge, Oblivion, and this thing. Such a cool game. There's so many like different factions that I love. When I was younger, my brother always played ISIS, and so I know like all the different like ISIS things. Set is kind of fun, but it never works. It works against people sometimes. You can summon baboons to go beat up villagers, and they don't really work very well. But the AI doesn't panic, but humans panic when you attack random villagers with baboons. Like if you send one baboon to go hit one woodcutter, it just shuts down their whole operation because they hit town bell or whatever, and then it's
That
like
would be pretty spooked.
yeah, and then you have another baboon waiting. And then you have the baboon go attack a tower, and they're like, no, how come the tower can't hit back? And I'm like, oh, because, you know, you have to get to the next. You have to get to the third age to get boiling oil upgrades. So buildings can't hit directly next to them besides the town center. So you just have a baboon hitting their tower, and they're like, "Oh, that's stupid. I'll just go kill it with something." And then as soon as they do, you send another baboon, and you have that baboon attack a random building and give them another ba-dong notification, and they're checking the notification, and it keeps on going ba-dong, and they're like, no, and then they get stressed out,
Yeah, right.
and then they're mad, and then you kill one villager, and they're like, I give up. So, sending baboons at someone is a sure way to
Attack of the baboons.
win. Yeah. Gaia is great. All of her like buffs are great, but her units look stupid. Like her myth units, none of them are cool. Like, fucking Minotaurs are awesome. Colossus, that's kind of cool. Obviously, Chimera is much cooler than the Colossus, but the Atlanteans were kind of not super interesting. Their units weren't super exciting, not compared to like the infantry of the Norse. You got the throwing axemen instead of archers. I always thought that was so badass. They don't have archers; they're too manly. They throw axes. Although in reality, bows are super. Like they take a lot of muscle to pull. But in any case, that. Oh, I never summoned the Nidhogg. Hold on, gang. We'll summon the Nidhogg. That's Loki's thing. It's the Nidhogg. A dragon chewing on the roots of the world tree. That's the special thing Loki can do. Got this dragon with antlers on it. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. I don't know if I was explaining stuff sufficiently. Sort of RTSs take a lot of brain power. But anyway, I'm really glad you guys were here and hung out with me while I enjoyed my old favorite. Yeah. So in any case, you guys have a fantastic night. And hopefully you'll join us again next time. And until then, yeah, be happy and stuff. Good night.